It feels like an episode 1 to a series because we just finished episode 50, you know? We've got a long way to 100, but I'm gonna try and make it that far. We're working here again at Spawn City. I've got a few plans for this episode, and I also want to quickly go over some other vague plans I have for this place before we jump into the rest of the episode. Number 1, the top priority is to finish up the bank because the interior is not complete, the side's not complete, and then also probably fix up the building around the back that's gonna engulf the villager breeder back here, which I think has been working. Yeah, we got a few villagers in here. 3. Yeah, okay, that's working. And then, yeah, these sidings gotta get fixed up. I want to get a bunch of more emerald trades because, you know, we're kind of running low, and I don't want to use that raid farm that's back there because it's kind of broken a bit. And then next episode, we can probably finish up these couple buildings, and then maybe start work on at least the outlining of the giant castle that's going to be here at Spawn City. Soon, we'll probably be tearing down this mob farm and this raid farm as well, because I don't want them, like, in the skyline from the city, and I'm not going to need the raid farm again anyways, so there's no point in keeping it around. We'll probably relocate this mob farm to another place because I still need a constant flow of gunpowder. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this little azalea garden thing has turned out, and I want to make more of those around the island. So this little grassy area, I'll probably extend down a bit, and then do like a similar thing there. Then we'll have the wizard tower here. We can maybe fill up the rest of the land around here, like around the nether portal. I don't think I really want to change the nether portal, especially with the placement of the Katniss Mark 1, 2, and 3. Mark 1 is that one there. Those are the first 3 god bows I had that became too expensive to repair. But I like that, and I think I want to keep it. So before I work on fixing up this interior and the exterior, I want to try and get some villagers in, because there's going to be a lot of railways outside, and I don't want it to kind of messy up the exterior that we just finished, you know? So they're going to be coming in right here. This is kind of right where they come in. So I think I'll do like this, and then I'll make like a little gap for them to fall into right here. Yeah, and then I'll break the minecart, and then they'll just auto-find their way into the slot. So we need to get the minecart thing up here. First, we have the actual villagers to transfer from the underground area right beneath us. These guys down here need to be moved. Here we go. You're moving out. Wow. This guy probably hasn't moved in like 8 months. Why did I just hear a skeleton? Where? We're in a mushroom biome. Fucking hell! What the hell? Oh my god, do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember what this is? There was a zombie villager way down here, and I moved him up into the villager area. So a skeleton spawned down here and walked all the way up here. Are you serious? That is some serious dedication. Alright, buddy. In you go. In you go. That's not what you're supposed to do, buddy. That's not what you're supposed to do either. Oh, God. Yeah, and then he falls straight in, and then he starts working. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. This is the last villager from this area back here that we need to move. Where are you going? There we go. So, we have these guys in here now, and because of the slabs, they can actually, like, there's some sort of gossiping feature. I didn't even know that, but they'll, like, talk to each other. So if I cure this guy, then they'll talk to each other, and this guy will also give me a very small discount for curing this guy. And, yeah, so we just have to move them down like that, and the zombie will be able to infect them, so then I can just move them back up, cure him here. How do I make tinted glass, by the way? Of course that's what it is. Of fucking course that's what it is. So we don't really need any of this stuff back here anymore. I mean, this junk has been sitting here since I dug this hole. This stuff I don't need. I'll take the weakness potions. Maybe that and those. Back here there's nothing I need. The chests are empty. Yeah, that's it. Which gives me a really cool idea for something. I want to make that old villager area look like an old cave that was once in use long ago, but it's now just been forgotten. And I'm going to leave, Carl, the zombie that infected villagers, I'm going to leave him in there. He's worked hard enough for so many months, I think he deserves retirement. Something sort of like this, just like dark, decrepit, you know, and it still has the remnants of the villager trading hall that was once here. We're keeping literally everything but the torches, and we're going to put some really ambient lighting in the form of redstone torches. And then we'll have the door open wide. Yeah, I like this. Get some cobwebs in here as well. Nice. And then we can punch like holes in the floor like this and put in like little stairs and stuff and waterlog them, you know? Oh my god, the ambient lighting is so nice, and because we're in a mushroom biome, nothing extra is gonna spawn. But I just love these little story aspects and adding stuff like this into the world. Then in random spots, like over here, we could just have like random little punches inside. So you could see kind of into the area. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna let Carl loose. And we're gonna come over here, and we are going to block off. Hopefully he doesn't find a way to die in there. I don't think he should. He's immediately stuck in a cobweb. Alright. Now, while I'm waiting for these guys to breed some more, I think I'm going to get to work on the exterior of the castle. I think I'm going to kind of bring all of it around here to this back area and loop it even further. I'm going to do all of this, including this stuff up here. At least to this point, I think I'm going to do it all. So while Carl is still exploring his new home, I think it's time to get into a time lapse. Well, this took a lot longer than I expected it to, honestly. And I'm gonna kind of make the stuff all the way around. I just didn't do it because, again, it took longer than I expected. We're gonna make, like, a staircase up to here, and then the sides are gonna be this cliff stuff. And then there's gonna be much steeper cliffs that kind of curve around to, like, here. And they're gonna match the height of this. Now, I'm unsure as to what I think about this because of the trees I went with. I've wanted to make trees like this for quite a while. This kind of tree right here, the smaller one, is kind of what I did at the Frozen Fortress. And then I tried some bigger ones along this area, as you can see, and I think it went pretty well. I like them. However, I'm just not sure how they work in the whole kind of area. Because, you know, that just grew right on top of me. Over there we have the azalea trees, but then over here it has the spruce trees, which doesn't make much sense. However, I do want to kind of make these buildings and just the buildings around the bank a little darker because, you know, the bank is so dark. If I continue these bright stone buildings like these in this kind of area, then it won't, the bank will be kind of out of place. So along the side here, I want to make, and like even these two probably, I want to make some darker buildings to kind of have this whole area be a little darker and the mix between the brighter one to the dark one be more gradual. But then this kind of lush greenery on the bottom here with the azalea leaves and the moss and everything kind of goes against that. So I feel like I'm either going to have to change how I designed the bottoms here, or I'm going to have to change the trees. So you guys can give me your feedback and let me know what you're thinking on that. But I will say, I do like this. I just don't know how well I don't know if the trees fit in well with it. Should I go back to azalea trees, or should I switch out the grassy stuff to match the dark trees and the dark walls of the bank more? I don't know. So, yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think. But I am going to kind of start on the rest of it. I do want the whole kind of surrounding area of the bank to be designed like that, but not like all the way around here. I'll probably have some buildings along here, but just like along this little edge here and then looping around the back, I do want to have something very similar to this here. So let's get back to work on that. Alright, so it looks like we finally have the edges of the bank all built up here. I think it looks pretty good. I think it does. You can see I've been bone mealing and harvesting lots of moss over on this segment of the island, because at this point I don't care, because it's all going to be covered up with the castle. But from the back, I really like this. So you can see I made the little custom cliffs here. I still don't know what I'm doing with the beaches, like the sandy bits. I might leave them and like terraform them a bit and make them look all nice and special. And then around the back, it's about the same dealio, although I realize now I should probably bring this down a bit more. I don't really know exactly where I want, like, the edge of the little grassy area I'm building up here to be. So right now, I kind of just stopped it over here about where the trees are, you see. Because I don't know where the buildings are going to go and where I want to cut it off. But I'm liking this a lot now, this whole area. I'm worried that this kind of style with the greener areas and the darker buildings is not going to mix well with the styles I'm doing over here. So I'm not sure. We might have to mix up the trees a bit, but I do like the grassy areas I've made. I think if I just mix together the two styles within these three buildings and these two here, I think if I can pull it off correctly, the mix between the two will be a lot nicer. I already forgot the plans I laid out at the beginning of this episode, so I don't really know what we're going to be doing next. I've done a little bit of off-camera work, and by off-camera work, I mean I did some work not realizing I was not recording when I meant to be. I finished up this little path here that comes up towards the bank, and then the kind of path that goes from the bank up to this little intersection thingy here. And then also, I got rid of this giant axolotl pool here, as you could see. I got rid of the walls, and that is because we're actually doing something in this area now. I would get to work on these buildings here, like I think I said I was going to do. I don't remember, honestly, but I really want to work on this lighthouse idea that I had earlier. I think I mentioned what I was thinking about doing earlier, a few episodes ago. Basically, I'm gonna separate this little mound from this one here and make like a river that stretches through here and connects the bits of the ocean. And then we're gonna make a bridge that goes across, and there's gonna be a lighthouse on this island that we make, because the docks are gonna be right over here, so it makes sense to have a lighthouse there. Which is why I got rid of the walls, because I figured it might interfere with the river I'm doing. And then after that, I guess we'll just work on building up the city towards the lighthouse, like this area, and we're just going to go that way before we turn our eyes to the western side of the island and these docks that are going to be here and such. So I'm going to get to work on this. I have a pretty cool idea for what I want it to look like. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to execute it properly, but I'm definitely going to try. So let's get right into this time lapse. Alright, I think this little island I've built up here is just about finished. I'm pretty sure I might have missed something, but for the most part, I like it. I do. I think it's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of the vision I had for it, with the slice of land and you curl up around it on the path, you see? And I think it's pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. So you come across the bridge, and then you kind of twist up along the back end of the little thing here, and then there's no interior, because why would I put an interior? It kind of reminds me of Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings, you know, with the kind of It's like a stone similar to this, you know, that juts out and then the city's built around it. I've been reading Lord of the Rings recently, so that's kind of where I got the idea. And then the bridge is pretty basic. It has these little pillar things. I was gonna fill them in, but I think I might I kind of like it being open like this. Because then, like, the river can flow through and everything. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you guys think. I'm just really happy with how the actual island has turned out. Like, I think it's pretty nice. Especially coming in from, like, over here. It's pretty good, I think. I think it is. But then, yeah, this little stream is pretty nice. I think I might want to add coral. The only reason I am hesitating to add this coral is because there's no other, like, coral reefs nearby. So it might just look weird having the coral here and nowhere else. Unless we make our own entire coral reef, which is definitely possible. But yeah, I knew I wanted this stone thing that juts out. It looks a bit weird from this angle, I'll admit. But I knew I wanted this bit of stone that juts out, you know? But I didn't know I was going to do that. I realized once I started it that it was going to be too small to fill the whole island, so I added this extra little spike thing to make it look like almost a giant hole was taken out of it, you see. I think before I end this episode, I'm going to try to do the interior of the church here, which shouldn't be too bad. Ooh, lots of the copper's oxidizing as well. Well, I don't think any of it's actually oxidized, it's just weathered. Yeah, look at this. This whole thing is almost weathered, and we still have, like, none fully oxidized. But also, thank you guys for the insane amount of support recently. I uploaded a little short video that was like, what even was it? I think it was the one where I got the blue axolotl, and, like, I've gained almost 100 subscribers in a few days because of that short. And on top of that, in the past, like, 4 days, I've gotten 200 hours of watch time on the channel. Which brings me to a point. One of the only requirement I have left to meet to put ads in my videos and start making a little bit of money off this is I need to reach 4,000 hours of watch time on my channel, but it can only be in the past 12 months. And we're like 150 away right now. But on October 9th, the Sacred Isle video that has like almost 300 hours on it turns a year old. So maybe, I guess it's not really good for you guys because you guys will start getting ads. Haha, sucks for you, you know, but maybe before the 9th, this will technically be my job, even though I'll be making, like, 2 cents a video. Now, I don't know much about churches. In fact, I don't even know if I've ever been inside of a church. So, this might not be accurate. But in my Discord server, some people suggested that I make this into a church for Gerald and Harold. In Season 3 of Hardcore, a chicken spawned in the middle of the ocean, and I named it Gerald. And since then, I've named any chicken that spawns in the water, like in the ocean, something that sounds similar. So we also have Harold, we have Cheryl. Gerald despawned in this world, though, so that church is going to be the Church of Gerald. So maybe we build, like, a chicken head or something inside of it. So I think there's supposed to be, like, I think there's going to be, like, a little step-up thing here, and then a lectern, and, like, this is where the pastor is or whatever. I don't know anything about churches. I'm atheist. I'm not religious. But yeah, I just love the idea that, like, across the world, there's just, like, churches to Gerald. That's just kind of funny to me. So the lectern goes, like, here, and then we'll put a book of worship or something for Gerald. I really hope this isn't offensive to anyone. Don't take this seriously. I'm just messing around. Then also, I think if I place signs like this, right? And then I place carpet over it. Yeah, we get like that. That's nice, isn't it? And then you can still walk on it. Yeah. That's cool. I like this. Yeah, look at that. That's nice. And then we'll have, like, seats along here. Is it too offensive to write, like, a parody of the Bible and it's, like, Gerald? I need to walk very carefully here. I don't even know what I'm gonna write. It just has to be something for Gerald. Yeah, sure. Here's a prayer or whatever. Is this taking it too far? I think I'll leave it at 19 pages. I won't show you guys the other pages, so, if I ever do a world download, I guess come back here and read it. There may be a couple surprises in here. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. There we go. I can't fit in offended, so we'll just leave it at this. Just doing a pretty basic roof design, as you can see. Just like an arched roof, and then we can add, like, you know, lanterns and stuff hanging down from the beams and such. And in the corners, we can have some of these. I think this is pretty nice. I think it's okay. I think I'll leave it there for now. And then, I don't know what we'll be doing next episode. Probably starting work on the castle, probably building up these 2 buildings and finishing up this little section. I might add in something else here because it's, you know, looking a bit like there's going to be a big open area. So I don't know what we'll do for that. And then maybe we'll start working on the castle alongside the city here. Maybe get to work on this main plaza. Probably go end busting because, as you can see, I'm using up a lot of my shulker boxes. I could probably, like, combine the contents of, like, all of these shulker boxes into, like, 20, but, you know, I'm lazy and I'm not doing that right now. So, I'm gonna leave this episode here. We got a good amount of progress done. So, thank you all for watching this episode of Minecraft Hardcore. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like to let me know, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from the series and content similar to this. See you guys next time.